Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. This is Dylan with Tucson Future Classics, and that is our 1989 Nissan D21 Hardbody. Nissan hardbodies are pretty legendary little mini trucks, and this one has been done up incredibly well. I personally suspect this may have been like a mini truck build from many years ago that sat and then finally got completed by someone who had a lot of love for it, because you can tell that like this was frame off at some point in time. The frame underneath the body is way too nice for this to all been shot over top of it. And mechanically, I mean, this has got the Z24i twin spark 4-cylinder motor in it. It's got a 5-speed manual transmission in the middle, rear wheel drive, and it's just done up really, really nice. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw a hard body look this clean. I mean, even little touches like those wheels, those are 6 lugs to match the original Nissan stuff, but those are 17 by 7.5s off of like what you'd find on a modern Tacoma or a 4Runner that they put Nissan center caps on. This has a full manifold back welded exhaust with a cat. In fact, as of half an hour ago, it passed smog for me. So, I mean, everything on this is remarkably well dialed in. I mean, here, like the paint's awesome. It has the roll pan on the back with the bumper delete, and just look underneath of this thing. I mean, when was the last time you saw a light pickup from the 80s look that clean underneath? LED one-piece taillights that are actually grommeted and set in correctly with the weather stripping. It's just, it's really cool. And with all the love that was poured into this, like when we get up under the hood, you'll see it has a factory Nissan battery in it. Just lots of touches showing that, like I said, I suspect a Nissan tech probably picked this up, got it running, working, and cleaned up mechanically using all of the expertise and discounted parts that he could get from working at a Nissan dealership, and got this thing back on the road and back to the state it's in now. Let's climb under, inside, and all over this thing, and then we'll go for a drive. Our lift at the yard is occupied, so I'm just gonna do this right here. But take a look at how good this thing is underneath. Like I said, fully welded exhaust, everything seems to have been gone over. All the bushings and stuff are in great shape. It's just like someone put a lot of time and love under here. Up under the hood here, you see how nice this engine bay is in the original Z24i fuel injected twin spark 4-cylinder. Yeah, that's right. This is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder with 2 ignition coils and 8 spark plugs. It helps it run cleaner and gives it more punch, especially down low, because these are super torque optimized motors for these little trucks. It's really punchy, it makes great noises, and it's a ton of fun, as you'll hear in a minute. But like, check this out. Who other than someone who probably worked at a Nissan dealer would go out of their way to get a Nissan factory 84-month warranty battery on it? And just all the little touches you see under here, how well detailed, cleaned this thing has been kept up on. There aren't like many zip ties or anything hiding under here. It hasn't been like bodged. It's been really, really loved. Like, we're working on going from the R12 to R134, but you can even see it has the conversion fittings on it already. I mean, God, even the AC lines are labeled low and high. Like, there was some love poured into this engine bay and into this entire truck. Panning up from the engine, I want to point out, if this was resprayed at some point in time in its life, they did a phenomenal job, because even the original factory stickers for AC charging instructions, idle speed, timing, and valve lash, and recommended engine oil viscosity stickers are all in the right places and in great shape. Back here by the tailgate, you'll see it has the roll pan, the bumper delete with the rubber stops to keep the tailgate from slamming into the back here, a dropped bracket for your license plate, and while I color matched all of this, even here, You can see at one point in time, this probably had a shaved tailgate with an interior handle. The metal drop brackets still work great. And the bed liner looks pretty darn good. No real tears or rips in it. No bubbling. It's just really good and clean back here. And tailgate shuts very securely. Here in the cab, I'll show you a couple quick things. One, super uncommon for these, but it was factory optioned with power windows. Got power mirrors here. The mini truck inspired removable steering wheel. So there's a button here that you push, and then you can spin this collar. So you need two hands for that, but when you do, steering wheel comes right off. Now no one can take your stuff. And this is comes right to life. Also, that exhaust sounds really, really good. Wheel back on, truck idling. Not really a lot to go on about in here. You've got your fuse panel there. Dimmer is here. Showed you where the... You've got all three of your pedals to play with. Headlights, wipers, simple, clean dash. And then here, HVAC controls, cigarette lighter, ashtray, and down here is that upgraded Bluetooth stereo in it. And yes, the screen does come all the way out, and then you can go through radio, music, it'll play video or photos if you put them into the USB there. And if you tap Bluetooth up top, it will pull up your phone, and then you can play some music through it. Can't play anything now or else you'll get copyright struck, but it's pretty cool. Give it 2 taps and it goes right back away again. 5-speed manual transmission here in the middle. Center console, 2 cup holders. Good enough to hold my big old Yeti right in the top. And a quite deep center console where if you don't want this rattling around, you could also stuff something pretty big in there and then just roll with a raised center console lid. On top of that, these seats are pretty remarkable. This two-tone lighter and then darker leather to just match the color inside and out on this truck. This hard dash cap that is color matched to the exterior looks great. Even the visors are nice and clean. Headliner, no rips, no tears, and you've got the sliding back glass back there. A really big glove box on this, actually holding a ton of stuff right now. So if I take my detailing rags out, you'll see swallowing a plate, the factory documents, and my smog report from this just having passed smog. But let's go for a rip. It's gonna be interesting because I've got 2 hands, but one of them needs to hold a phone. This has got the good old bolt action parking brake, out, down, and back into release. Put in first, feed it just a little bit of revs, and I'm gonna leave it in first gear as we leave the parking garage here so you can hear everything. Motor, trans, differential, suspension, brakes, all of that as we leave out of here. Plus, hear the little pops and gurgles when we get down inside and it echoes. But yeah, like I said when we were outside of the car, it's apparent that somebody really, really liked this thing. Even little throttle, little brake. It's just no bushings that are rattling or squeaks. It's very, very impressive, honestly. Having been in a bunch of vehicles of this period of time and growing up with high school parking lots full of these things, even 20 years ago not being this nice, this is pretty darn cool to see. Yeah. Oh, this thing is just a laugh. Let's get out here on the road using somehow all three of my hands today. I mean, it's a mini truck. You're going to be way more aware of the world around you in this thing than you would be isolated in a newer, modern, big vehicle. But like, even if you bog it down, it just uses that torque and digs itself right out. So here on just slower speed, you know, kind of smooth municipal roads, windows open, not a lot of rattling, even over railroad tracks like that. The springs don't really bottom out. It rides really, really nice. Again, proof that whomever put the time and effort into this thing really went through the trouble to get it right and like loved it enough to try to make it nice. So here as we get onto the frontage road, you can do a quick 0 to 40 to 0, full acceleration, and a panic brake ABS to a, well, no ABS, but panic brake to a stop, so you know there's nothing weird hiding in the suspension or the braking system under full load. 3, 2, 1, go. 35, 40. So even with no ABS, it stops straight and true with very little drama. Alright, so getting up to speed on the highway. Little 2.4 4-cylinder, just kind of does its thing. Honestly, any of you out there, if you've ever driven like a very early first-gen Miata with the 1.6 or the 1.8, it kind of feels like that. Snappy throttle response, likes the revs, a lot of theater, without really all that much speed. This is definitely a torque-biased motor, and you can feel it. But shut this for a little bit quieter so we can get up to speed here. And, you know, it's a mini truck. These were made when the federal speed limit across the entire country was 55. However, if you need to go, grab it down 2 gears, spin it all the way up, and go. And then once you're at your desired cruising speed, stick it into the overdrive 5th gear, just let it hum along. Honestly, for a single cab, short bed truck, these are pretty quiet going down the road. Nice and stable, not too many shakes or rattles or any sort of mess. There you go. That's our 89 D21 hardbody mini truck. If you want a cool Radwood era truck that looks good and has all the theatrics of speed without those pesky speeding tickets, this is kind of the rig for you. And to make an appointment to come view this thing, all of our contact information is linked in the description below. I'll also have our phone number on screen in just a second, so you can more easily call or text us to make that appointment. As always, I've been Dylan. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.